How you doing, everyone? I'm just relaxing in the hammock after planting out some fennel and some salads. One of the benefits of signing up to our CSA is that you get more videos like this one. We'll be releasing them from time to time on our public Facebook page, but the majority of our videos, recipe videos, will be for the members only. And today I get to enjoy the fruits of our labour. Lemon curd, made from our eggs. Now, I remember lemon curd growing up. Mum used to make it often, and it didn't last very long. It's absolutely delicious. It takes about 3/4 of an hour, half an hour to make. So here's the recipe. Enjoy.
It's a very simple recipe. Like me, it's quite old, so it's all in pounds and ounces. We're going to have, to follow this recipe, you'll need a bowl, a lemon squeezer of some sort, it doesn't have to be like this one, and a grater with a small grating thing on it to grate the lemons. You'll need 4 lemons, 4 eggs, 4 ounces of nice home-produced Irish butter, 4 jars here, just ordinary used jam jars, and the original lids. So you can keep the lids and reuse them by boiling them. So we're going to put them on to boil for about 5 minutes. So the first thing we need to do the recipe is to sterilise the jars. They're already washed, but they need to be sterilised, and they also need to be warm when you fill them, otherwise they will crack. So we're going to put them in the oven first. The oven doesn't need to be very hot. You might be able to see there it's only on 300, and I'm only going to put them in the bottom. I don't need them to be red hot, I just need them to be sterilised and warm. I already have a saucepan on here that's got some water heating in it. We're going to use that as a bain-marie to cook the curd over. Now, bain-marie might sound like a complicated word if you're not used to cooking. It just means a bath of water, that's all. You'll need to grate the rind off the lemons, slice them in half and squeeze out the juice, each of the 4 lemons. Just grate the lemon enough just to take the yellow off. You don't want the white bits in it because that will make it taste bad. Chop up your 4 ounces of butter, which should be already softened, so it's quite soft. But you don't need to do that, but it just makes it a little bit quicker if it's ready to go. Plop that in. Just pour in your 1 pound. I've already measured this. It's actually 500 grams. I found it is a pound, so I'm just going to pour in the whole pack of sugar. You can use all hen eggs or you can use all duck eggs. It's not important. Okay, that's just what I had handy. So that's fine. When you crack your eggs in, what you'll have is something that looks a bit like that. So just break up the eggs. Once you've all in the pan, you're going to put it on top of your bain-marie and stand it on the cooker and stir. Okay, you can see the butter is nearly melted. It doesn't look very pretty at this stage, but don't worry about it. It's not curdled and it's not gone wrong or anything. Just the way it looks with the butter floating in the eggs and the lemon. Now, when you get to this stage, don't be tempted to turn up the heat. It just needs to cook very slowly, or you'll have lemon flavoured scrambled eggs. It's probably quite nice, but not what we're going for. You can see that the water is still just barely simmering there. So it's just coming up to ready. Not quite ready yet, another 5 minutes or so. Just going to put the lids on to boil for a few minutes. So they're sterilised, and when they're hot, they expand, of course, because they're metal. When you put them on hot jars, after a while they seal and you'll hear them pop. When your lemon curd is beginning to get nearly ready and you have your lids on, you can take the jars out of the oven so that they're not too hot, because we don't want it to cook in the jars. Okay, so if you're not perfect, like I'm not, you might find that you have some small pieces of egg white floating in it when it's coming near ready. Don't worry about it, as long as you haven't got scrambled eggs, it'll be fine. Just fish them out. Okay, this is what you're aiming for. It's just coating the back of the spoon there. Just ready. You can see I have got some flecks of white in it. If I'm going to be fussy about it, I could pick those out, but I probably won't. You can feel the change in it. You can feel that it's got thicker and it feels like you're stirring a custard, and you can maybe see just there that it's kind of shiny, and that's ready to pour now. The bowl will be quite hot, so lift it with either oven gloves or a cloth. And we're just going to lift up our bowl and just gently pour until our jar is completely full, right to the top. And then again. And have a little jar there. And a little bit left over. We could have done with slightly different sized jars. You can get a fancy implement for taking these out of your saucepan, but I've got a fork. Just dry them, make sure they're good and dry on a nice clean tea towel, and screw them onto your jars while everything is completely hot, quite hot. Stops any bugs getting in there. Back on that. Just tighten those right down. Nice and tight. Like that. So like the last little bit. Just get that filled right to the top. Sometimes they shrink after you've poured them. That's quite normal. Happens with jam as well. And you can just top them up like that. And you've got lovely buttery, lemony sauce stroke lemon curd. You won't keep it long. It keeps, I believe, so I'm told, about 4 weeks in the fridge. But I've never found that out because we don't keep it that long. We eat it and it goes very quickly because it's lovely. There you are. Nothing difficult, nothing too technical. You can probably all work computers far better than I can, so I'm sure you can do this. You can also see on my jars I haven't removed the labels. If you're the sort of person that's fussy about that, you can do that before you begin, and you can probably label them up nicely if you're going to give them away as presents or sell them, or you just like them to look nice. We just eat them.